close attention because I'm only going to say this once.
Jacque Reid.
From our New York studios up in Harlem, Jacque Reid goes inside her story. Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning, Tom Joyner. Good morning, Sybil. Good morning, Damon. So my guest this morning is hard to put in a box. She is everything you want in a role model and a best friend. And after making history at Condé Nast as the youngest editor ever in the company's 107-year history, when she took over at Teen Vogue, and by the way, rebranded the entire doggone magazine. Then after a year, she took a major leap of faith, left Teen Vogue, and created a path that landed her in a class all by herself. She details it all in her first book, which is a memoir called More Than Enough, Claiming Space for Who You Are. I'm going inside her story with New York Times best-selling author, journalist, TV writer, activist, Project Runway judge, and so much more, Elaine Welteroth. Good morning, Elaine.
Good morning. Oh, that was such a glowing introduction. Thank you.
I tried to capture it all.
You need to take her on the road. She's a great hype woman.
Listen, all of it is well-deserved, trust me. So, Elaine, the way that you write in this book is like, I felt like I was sitting in a beanbag in front of a fireplace with a big bottle of wine and my BFF and just talking all night. You say it's not a self-help book, it's not a career manual, but a love letter to anyone who has felt othered, overlooked, overwhelmed, underestimated, undervalued. You have so much more life to conquer. Why was now the right time to write this book for you?
You know, the right time to write any story is when the world needs it. And I think that the world needs more stories from Black women, from young Black women, because this was the kind of book that I wish I had when I was trying to figure out my place in the world, when I was trying to climb the ranks in corporate America and had very few role models, career role models of people who looked like me, doing the things I aspired to do. And, you know, I have to say, you know, there's a lot more I will learn. There's a lot more I will do. But this is the book that I had in me to write right now, because there are girls right now who need this message. And this is the kind of book that, I mean, it covers the things that you'll never get on social media. And we are living in the age of social media where all we're getting are kind of the highlight reels and the most filtered, prettiest pictures of the journey, and we're not seeing the truth. We're not seeing the struggle behind the triumph, and we're not having an opportunity to share more of those tools that I think this next generation needs. And so this is my offering, where I can share more than I can share in a little pithy Instagram on Instagram caption.
Well, you give us a lot in this, and I think not only young girls can learn a lot from what you write, but I think grown women too.
Some older girls.
Yes, particularly about relationships.
Thank you.
You write about past relationships with who you call first love and future husband in great detail, and you're very transparent about mistakes that you made then on what you thought was love and, you know, in relationships that you had and what you thought they should be. What do you hope that women and girls take away from your book when it comes to love?
What a great question. I think a lot of people are coming to this book thinking it is a career manual of sorts. And while there's a lot of, I think, career gems in there, you're right. I go in about the personal stuff too, because we as women live intersectional lives. And when we don't show up authentically or powerfully in our relationship, it translates into our career, and it can often prevent us from being our boldest selves in our work lives. So I think it was important to share that stuff too. I think the takeaway I would want women to come away from the book with, as it relates to relationships, is having a better sense of trusting that voice when it is time to walk away. Because I think we have a hard time letting go of things when they are no longer serving us, especially when we are ambitious women who believe that we can make anything work. We can make anything work. You give us two sticks, we're going to make fire. You give us one, we're going to break it in half and make a flame, you know? Right. And I think sometimes things break on purpose because they are no longer meant to serve you. And for me, I was raised in the Black church, and we always said, don't block your blessing. Don't block your blessing. And I will tell you, when I had the courage to walk away from one of the most toxic romantic relationships of my 20s, literally 2 weeks later, this Teen Vogue job came knocking on my door. It wasn't even a job I went out for. It found me. And I really feel like, not to get all spiritual on you so early in the morning, but I do believe that a lot of our walk is spiritual. And I had to let go of that in order for this bigger blessing in my career to find me.
Was that a prayer for you? Very often, I can't speak for Jackie, but saying my prayers to God and asking for it. Was there a prayer of yours asking God to let you know, to confirm that you are more than enough?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if I had that language, but I have many times asked Jesus, take the wheel.
Right.
I've asked for clarity of purpose. I have asked for direction, and I have asked for the things that are hindering me to be taken away from me. And Lord, He will pluck them out when you ask. Sometimes it's painful, but it's necessary.
I got to quickly ask about Project Runway. I know you all are shooting right now. I was so happy to see you. And it just seemed to me, Elaine, that there were more Black and brown people on the season that you were on. Will that continue in this next season?
Oh, you better believe it. You better believe it. It's only going to get better from here. But yeah, this season was such a blast and the most inclusive in all of Project Runway history, which I'm really proud of.
I love that. You were a fantastic judge. Is Bishme okay? Yes?
Oh, I love Bishme, and I still keep in touch with him online, and he is doing very, very well.
Good to know. Congratulations. The book is more than enough. Thank you, Elaine.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ladies.
And to you.
And I'm here.
Too. She
Thank you,
knows,
ladies.
Tom.